Hi loves, Merry Christmas and welcome to my 2019 home tour. Come on in. For my entryway table, I wanted to have something for my guests when they come over, and when they come or when they leave in, you can just grab some chocolates. And I added some fresh roses to coordinate with the color scheme this year, and have some chocolates and some truffles. Our angel has been part of our family for probably about 23 years. I purchased her when my son was younger, so she actually never goes away. She normally just stays here and just, I always say she's watching over the house. So next up, this year I did something totally different. Okay loves, for my tree this year, I didn't do my 9-foot tree. I did 3 little trees, and these are pencil trees, and I think they were 7 foot each one, and I believe this one was definitely a DIY. These were like 2 little mini trees, and I created and made 1 tree. So yeah, you know me, I'm always doing something to create what it is that I want. And for this year's theme, we went with the royal family, and I wanted to use the jewel tones and the reds. I've never really used red outside of my buffalo check thing that I did a couple years ago, and I'll link that video for you guys to check it out. But I went with some really rich reds and some blacks and gold, a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of shimmer. And for my taller tree, we used a larger star. For the 2 smaller ones, I went with a simple scaled down star. And of course, just added some ribbons for some detail. To give the trees this dimension and the different heights, I just elevated them. I took some books and some boxes and just zhuzhed them under the tree for just a little height dimension, so one can be higher. This one may have 2 boxes, this one may have 1, and this one is just actually lower to the floor to give the different heights to my desired look that I wanted to do. Now onto the fireplace, which is my favorite thing to do every year. I loved on this fireplace. I think this year was the first time I said, I'm really loving how this turns out each year. The trees are good, but it's just something about this focal point of my fireplace. And this year, I just took the same elements as I always do for my tree, and I just elevated with a few picks that we have in here. I added the ribbon, and of course the same jewel tones from the tree. I added this reindeer for the center focal point of the fireplace. And for the finishing touches is my 3 stockings, and this symbolizes my 3 children. It's a family of 5, but as the years gone on, I just use the 3 as my 3 children have grown on me, and I just keep it simple with that little feature. And of course, we just draped it all the way over to the side to give it a cascade. And for the rail, everything always, as I said, mimics one another, and I did the same thing, but it doesn't have as much of the chunkier pieces and the elegant factor as the fireplace, but I still use the bigger ornaments, and I use different sizes to give it dimension. So we have the larger, the small, and the medium, as well as the ribbon. And I added this little fun tree, which is this gold shimmer, throughout the rail as well. This year I wanted to do something different, and here I didn't use the 2 end chairs. I wanted to keep it just a simple flow and allow the greenery to drape over the sides, so I didn't allow the chairs to be here. I wanted to keep the place setting on each side, that way we have focal point and talking and having conversation across the table. For the place setting, I had the black chargers and had the gold chargers, and I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, so I had an ongoing question for my family, and they helped me decide. So what they decided is just to add the gold here in the middle, just to do the 2 in the center across from each other, do gold, and the other 4 are black. So that's something a little different, a little fun factor that we added to the table this year. And for the silverware, we just use the gold silverware, and we have our red glasses to mimic the red and the ribbon and the roses and the napkins. And for the napkins, guys, you know I've always shared with you, if you can't find what you want, make it yourself. I couldn't find any red. I scoured the stores and couldn't find anything red. So what did I do? I made them, and I shared this in another spring video, and I'll link that video for you guys to check that out, how I did that, as well as the black chargers. I couldn't find that matte black that I wanted, so I actually took these same gold plates that I had, and I just spray painted them, and I found a matte black spray paint, and that gave me that matte finish that I wanted. And I'll also link that for you guys so you can see how I created that too. And of course, we added some of the picks to mimic the fireplace as well. So everything we had kind of just flows into each of the rooms, and we added some sparkly candles, some taller candles as well, and a few ornaments to finish off the table. And that's it, guys. Okay, for this little buffet area, I kept it simple. I didn't add any ornaments or just use this simple greenery because I want to use this for the buffet for food. I can easily move this and add the platters for dinner. And here I just added this little tier tray. I can add some desserts on here for dessert as well. So this is definitely simple, not a lot of fuss for the buffet. For the bar card, of course, this gold actually mimics the whole theme of the space, and I kept it simple with some little champagne glasses, and I have some wine glasses as well, and I have a little variety of wines here, and I have some champagne here, and we have our ice bucket on the bottom and our wine opener. So this is simple. You can your guests can grab this as they come. Just grab a quick drink and enjoy the play. Okay, loves, for the sitting area, I wanted to keep it cozy, and I wanted to add some really elegant pieces to this area. So I added some fresh flowers, and here I just added some roses to mimic the whole theme, which was the elegant vibe. So I had this actual candle was in here, so I repurposed it, and I love this black. So now it's my actual vase, and here I just added a candle on this gold candlestick and this gold tray, along with this cozy little throw. When we're sitting here, it can just be a little cozy. And to finish it off, I also have this area. So I went with this really large throw blanket, and I just topped it off with this holiday pillow to give it a cozy feel in this corner of the lounge area. Okay, loves, I couldn't leave without sharing another space with you, and this is all from the rest of the house. And this is my vintage vault closet, which is my new vintage and pre-loved clothes. And the site is available now, but I definitely will have some new things coming to you guys for 2020. So for this treat, I just went with something simple and soft, and is a pale pink, some grays and silvers, and of course I just finished it off with this little faux fur pink collar to add a little pop of color to the tree. And as you can see, these are some of the pieces that I have available in this space. So I will leave the link to the website below. And that's it for the tour of this room. Okay, loves, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this year's 2019 Christmas tour. I can't wait to see you guys next year. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, and I can't wait to see you guys in 2020. Bye, lovelies. Thank you for joining me, and let's stay connected by subscribing to my channel and giving us a thumbs up. And until next time, bye, lovelies.